Oh yeah. Okay, so that was it. So I was trying to figure out why I cut that last message about the Archons not owning this world, because no other world can they own. And have you ever asked an Archon if they can make another you? And if so, prove it. And all they can do is say, no, we can't make another you, but we can get you to make another you, because they've seen the technology that was used before. They've seen those technologies, so they can explain it to you how to make another you, or you to have sex with another person and make another human. But they can't make shit. They can't make you. And they can't back engineer a lot of things, because it's not, if it's not their technology, they can't explain it to you. And the reason why back in Tartarian days, why there was a lot of bells and things like that, it was because the frequencies that they were using you wouldn't be usurped or hacked by Archons. You could actually live your life and have your own thoughts. No one else's thoughts and no one else's suggestions, because you are hackable. Like, you are fucking hackable. If you don't believe me, look at tactical technology. That means you're hackable. So then what do you think another species that knows you're hackable and loves to play with you, loves so much to play with you, loves to play in your energy, and loves to cause chaos within your family, within your community, within your city, within your country. That's a game for them. They don't live here. They don't even live on the planet. They usually live between and in betweens. They can't even come here like the way that they would want to come here. Like, but they can't, and they don't want to at the same time, if you make that make sense. It's almost like someone giving suggestions to somebody else over like the truckers use, like them giving suggestions to people, and they can see, and they can look at the world with from an aerial viewpoint and see a place where, oh wow, it's too nice over there. It's too happy. Let's say too much happiness is going on there. Let's see what they're doing, and then let's cause some trouble, and start stirring up the pot, stirring people's minds, and things like that. And that is why you see a lot of, if you were ever to meet an Andromedan, why they have such a steady, even kill about their way, about their demeanor, why they keep a steady, even mind, like they keep a steadiness about them. Or someone that's met an Andromedan, ask them if you can, if there are people still that are able to communicate with like other beings, and how, just ask them how is their demeanor? Is it even kill? If it's like, yes, it's very nice over here, life is beautiful, we are in a world that is full of wonder, and it's not that they're being monotone, it's because they are also making sure that they're not being hacked. Like they have to keep an even kill, and not just that, it keeps them very young. They age very slowly as well. So, and since they're very telepathic, they're very telepathic. Like another species here on the planet is extremely telepathic, and they can feel they know when something's going on with your body. We used to, like other species on this planet used to be able to do the same thing, but you started to be told to ignore it from religion and other things. Like, and I'm not trying to, mess with religion or anything, because it's not about that. Really, it didn't. But some religions would not allow you to explore your mind. Why? Why? So they can control your mind. If you're not controlling your mind, somebody else is. So, so they can control your body, and like, if it's almost like saying, oh, I gotta go poop. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't gotta poop. You poop when I tell you to poop. Type of energy. You know what I mean? So, and you learn to ignore your poop and suck it in, until, like, your bodily functions give out. And you've been told that is, and if you've been told enough times that you don't have to poo when you feel like you have to go, you'll start to believe it. So, it's time for you to start, it's time for you to start taking over your own mind and stop letting the so-called devil tell you what to do. Stop. We got other shit to do. We got lives to live and things to build together and things like that. We don't have time for famine and drought and bullshit. We don't have time for that. We are on a planet of plenty. Right? All right? The fish, they don't have to ask questions. Usual time they don't have to ask where they're going to eat, when they're going to eat, how they're going to find food, and where they're going to sleep. They just don't have to. The birds don't either. So that's something for us. But we as a species, we require shelter that was given to you in plenty. All around this state, all around this country was nothing but shelter and places for you to be, and written archives on where things left off. That was destroyed. Those weren't for some people to claim and, start sticking crosses on and saying that they found it in some time. Oh, they found it in 1801, whenever the fuck they came here, 1902, when they got here. It wasn't for them to do that. It wasn't for them to destroy. It wasn't for them to erase. It wasn't. It wasn't for them to do that. And that great upset really made a subset of species now that forgot about their divinity. They forgot about their divinity, and that aha moment of, I remember, like they start creating inventions, like the little boy in Africa was creating a car that ran off water. That we had inventions where we had free energy, free electricity. That all was taken care of. That didn't hurt any damn body. It really didn't hurt anybody's pockets. Because what was going on, there was more ways to make money and more ways, and everybody lived luxurious, if you want to call luxury. Like, that was a time where people were able to live in these beautiful homes and like work at a department store, and live luxuriously, if that's what you call luxury. And education was a big deal, so that you will marry someone, and to the point where you marry for love, because you're not marrying someone for money. You're not marrying someone for a come up. You're marrying because it is your free will, and and no one's trying to suppress you. No one's trying to keep you in a certain level of like sadness, so that some other person can climb over you and stand over you and say, hey, I own you, and you do what I say. And they can't make anything. They can't even create the things that they destroyed. Can't. And they won't. Like in the Chrysler building. You can see it all on the Chrysler building. When you look at those, the Chrysler building, come on, in Chicago. And no, in Michigan, isn't it? Am I at the right area? Is it Chicago or Michigan? Michigan. And you see when the doors close, it looks like a what? It looks like a American king with his crown on, brown skin. You can't say that, they even just made that brown skinned man. you know, on how they did that on purpose. No, they just used a building and said that they built it. And not telling you that this entire America was covered with lots of buildings that still had electricity and running water and toilets. There was even beautiful toilets in the cross streets in different areas of the world, in different areas of Indianapolis, of different areas of St. Louis, Arkansas, Chicago, Atlantis, when they call it this whole place they used to call it Atlantis, and it was ancient Kemet and things like that. Up in the upper part of the so-called Mississippi River, which is Cairo, that would be the Nile. What was the top of that would be Cairo. That would be the city of Cairo, Egypt. And things like this. Let me tell you, you're gonna remember, and that what they're afraid of is that you're going to be upset to the point where you're going to be, really upset, and they think you're going to retaliate. When reality is that most of these children that are coming up, they are smart enough to want to be smarter and remember how to live again, how to relive and restructure again, because we were supposed to be a lot farther in life than this, and not have to worry about someone poisoning our water because of data centers and like that. You don't need that. Do you think that Tartarian people lived and had to like pollute the water with data centers, with data, anything with fucking data and whatever? What the hell are you talking about? Water has memory. What the fuck are you talking about? Polluted, so, but of course I'm crazy, right? So, anyway, over.